It's our first full day in Tokyo and we're hitting the pavement early. Now, like I mentioned last time, this trip is going to be a nice mix of old and new sights as I try to guide Nichola around Japan. And stop number one on this day was the iconic Tokyo Tower, a spot that Adam and I hit up on my first trip to Tokyo, but it is always worth a visit. Sadly, we weren't able to head up the tower, but the famous landmark always stuns amongst the Tokyo skyline, especially on such a nice day. Tokyo Tower. Rubbish. Rubbish in the bin at Tokyo Tower. We tried to go up, but you only take the stairs on the weekends. And she is, world beater, trying to take a photo. What do you think of the Tokyo Tower, Nichola?
It was lovely and orange and red.
There it is.
It was very, very cool.
Where are we going? Where are we going next? Oh, more excitingly, the Godzilla art.
The Godzilla art, yeah.
But Uniqlo first.
Uniqlo.
Let's get some clothes.
Strong second.
There we go. And there's the tower. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, tower. With the iconic tower firmly in our rearview mirror, we continued on our way, journeying toward another location I had a bit of familiarity with. Roppongi Hills and the Mori Tower, the 6th tallest building in Tokyo. That's the Mori Art Museum. It's up there somewhere, on like the 53rd floor. Adam and I went up the tower on our first trip as it featured a free observation deck with amazing views of the city. The viewing deck now requires tickets, but that's fine, as we're not here to look at the skyline today. No, because up on the 52nd floor of the tower lies the Mori Art Center Gallery. And most importantly for me on this day, Godzilla the Art. Upon entering, visitors are immediately dropped into an environment that feels as if Godzilla himself has laid waste to it, dropping you into the fallout from the cultural icon. Featuring a diverse assortment of art pieces celebrating the impact the Godzilla films have had on artists from around the world in celebration of Godzilla's 70th anniversary. The exhibition showcases various art forms, featuring a number of interpretations of Godzilla from a whole slew of contemporary artists from Japan, such as Tadanori Yoko, Miran Fukuda, and Motohiko Odane, whose pieces all stemmed from one question: what is Godzilla? And as it turns out, there are a lot of unique and beautiful answers to that question. If you're into cinema, obsessed with fine art, or just straight up worship the King of Monsters, this exhibition ticked all the boxes. It's not just about Godzilla, it's about what Godzilla means, how it's evolved, and where it might be headed next. It was the chance to see the Big G not just as a monster, but as a living, shifting symbol of our times. And I, for one, was so glad that we were able to also experience it before it packed up shop at the end of June. But despite what I might want, this entire trip cannot be all about Godzilla. At least, I don't think so. So after getting a few more steps in, it was time to grab a bite, and I thought it might be best to try to tick off one of the quintessential culinary experiences in the country, conveyor belt sushi, more specifically, sushiro. Much like Kura Sushi, Sushiro specializes in cheap grub that is delivered direct to your table via conveyor belt. But just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's not good. There's a reason, after all, that Sushiro has been around for 40 years and has over 500 locations in Japan alone. The food, while not Michelin star quality, is certainly far from bad. In fact, I'd go as far to say it's better than most of the low-cost sushi options around the world. Though maybe natto wasn't the way to go. What do you think?
Try one. It's sticky.
However, mozzarella and pesto proved a surprisingly delicious combo with salmon.
That is good mix.
And the menu, of course, goes beyond just the various forms of sushi. Noodle dishes, tempura, and of course, desserts are all here. And yeah, we got a lot of food on the day, including alcohol. And it all came out to right around 20 quid or 27 US dollars. While some may turn their nose up to the idea, I think you can't go wrong with a visit to Kura or Sushiro for the experience as much as the food itself.
I got a really good one. Well, the best one, the brown one.
Still battling jet lag, we decided to head back to the hotel before it got too late, as we'd have to be up very early the next day to check out something I've been wanting to do here in Tokyo for a very long time.